Hello, my name is Jen, and this is a video on essential items that you'll need when you're traveling with your baby. So whether you are traveling abroad, taking an airplane, or you're taking a road trip to another part of town, hopefully you will find that these items will work for you and your baby to make it a smoother journey. So first, let's talk about food for the baby. So my baby's only 5 months old. That means he's still breastfeeding, and if that's the case with your baby, you're going to need something like a haka or a breast pump while you're traveling. And the reason for that is if the perfect situation, your baby is going to breastfeed all the time, anywhere, any place. But when you're traveling, especially like in the car, he's in the car, you can't be taking him out and feeding him while you're traveling. And if you don't want to stop at the side of the road, or you have a baby like mine, who's a very distractible baby, so as soon as he sees something new, he's like, what's that? Forget about food. I found that having this haka was like a lifesaver. I could just put it on underneath my shirt while we were driving. I didn't have to worry about finding an outlet or if I had batteries or not. And then, it filled up quite quickly. You might have to express a bit of your milk just to get it started. But then also if you need to breastfeed, the time is off and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to breastfeed, just stick this on and the suction will just bring the milk right out. So I had my bottle there, fill it in, and just passed it to the baby right next to me in the car seat. But I also did use my pump. So I tried to pump in the morning, before the baby woke up, because that way I had a full bottle and we could just, once he woke up or once we were ready to wake him up, we could just get out the door instead of waiting for him to nurse, which takes a lot longer than him just drinking from the bottle. It's very helpful if you have a pump like this one, which you can either plug it into the wall or you can take it out and you can use it as battery operated, so you could use it in the car on the plane if you needed to. All right, next let's talk about poop. So after eating, there's poop, right? Baby's gonna go to the bathroom. So I have this travel changing mat. So it's really cute. It's got this little hangy thing. It looks like a clutch. It's water resistant, waterproof. You just open it up and voila, anywhere you need to use it, you can. So we used it in the car, just on the chair. If you go to a public toilet, sometimes it's dirty or you're not really sure if it's sanitized or not, then you can put this on there before and then put the baby on it. We even used it one time outside a restaurant that did not have a toilet, and we just found a place on the sidewalk that had kind of like a bench, and we just put it right on there. So also, if you're in the airport, they have toilets in the airport, but if you were in a pinch and you wanted to, you could just throw it right on the floor. And they could even play on this, I guess, if it's not dirty. It's got a little pocket here, so you can put your diapers right in there. You can put your baby wipes right in there too, so everything is in one item. You just take it out, open it up, you're good to go. Just a quick thing I want to mention about these wipes. They're organic wipes. They're hypoallergenic and alcohol-free. But the good thing about these wipes is we were using another brand of wipes that also said they were hypoallergenic and alcohol-free, but we noticed our baby started getting rashes, and I thought, what's going on? We changed his diaper quite frequently. He didn't have rashes before, but I noticed every time I was wiping him, the rash kind of got inflamed and red. And I noticed when I didn't wipe him, or if he had a little bit of diaper free time, it went down. So we just changed the wipes to these ones, and the rash just disappeared. So that's just a little tip in case you're having rash problems. Try it, and you've tried everything, it's still not working. It could just be your wipes. Change those. So this is good for sensitive skin. All right, now let's talk about sleep. So you've been well fed, you pooped, now your baby needs to sleep. So you're gonna want to bring some kind of blanket or sheet, something maybe that they're always used to sleeping with anyway, because when you're going to a hotel or an Airbnb, they're gonna have different types of sheets and stuff. Your baby might not be used to it. Even just the smell or the detergent that they're using could be totally different and not good for your baby. So we found that, babies are tiny. You bring one little blanket and you throw it down on the bed or on the chair or the sofa or wherever you're having them sleep, and they're gonna feel a lot more comfortable. You wanna try and replicate their sleep environment at home as much as possible while you're traveling. Another helpful thing I brought was not only this blanket, but like a waterproof blanket. So on one side is soft, on the other side has that waterproof material. We got ours from IKEA. I'll show a little picture of that, or there's other ones that you can find online. We have links to those down below. What's good about that is if in case your baby had an accident, you're not going to have a soaked mattress in your hotel room, and it's easy for cleanup. You know, you don't want to have to worry about paying for something, or anyway, just easier on you, right? What we did was we went to our hotel room and we didn't want the baby to sleep in the bed with us, just because we don't want to encourage that habit. So we took the mattress. There was a huge mattress that's actually part of the couch. We moved that to a safe spot in the room, the corner of the room that was away from the bed. Put it next to the wall. We put little barriers around it. We put the waterproof blanket down, and then we put his blanket that he always sleeps with at home on top of that, and made sure that was nicely tucked under. And then we put him there, and it worked out really well. You can also get like a playpen that's, you know, a travel one that you can pack up in a box, and you can take that with you. It has wheels on it, so it's easy to pull. That one probably not if you're flying. It's quite a big item unless you wanted to check that in, and then you don't have to worry about cribs at hotel rooms. But I do know that they also have travel cribs now that are available. They're really small and compactable, and you can take them anywhere with you. So if you travel a lot, I would definitely invest in that. If not, like I said, just try to recreate the environment, especially with materials that they're used to. Another thing that we brought was his little white noise machine. So this is a little stuffed. I'll put a picture and a link to that below. So again, that's what he falls asleep to at night when we're at home. So we brought that there. We could turn it on and recreate that environment for him so he could sleep a little bit better. Yeah. All right, continue on baby sleep clips. So what you would use these for, your hotel room curtains. You want to close them, keep it nice and dark so the baby can fall asleep. Or maybe there's a time shift schedule, time zone is different, and you want it to be dark so baby can sleep. But then there's this gap in the curtains where there's light coming through, or it's nighttime and everyone else outside is partying and there's all these bright lights. So if you have these little clips, or even like a hair clip, you can just keep that nice and closed so it's dark as possible. Another thing is headphones. So for mommy and daddy, you're not at home, you can't just close the door and then go watch TV. You're in the same room with your baby. So he's sleeping, you can have your headphones on, and then you can have your phone or your iPad and watch your movie and not disturb the baby. Another thing you want to do when the baby's sleeping, maybe you need to go through your luggage and find something that you need for tomorrow, or you just want to walk and go use the toilet, but you don't want to disturb the baby again. So you want to get some kind of a flashlight that uses red light, or a night light that you can plug in. So I heard that red lighting is actually less disturbing than like the normal white light or blue lights that we find on our phones or on a regular flashlight. So look for some kind of item that has red light for your night light. Okay, now baby carrier. So we have this one. We recently purchased this one because of this seat that it has. So of course there's the regular straps like this. You can wear this way or on your back, depending on how old your baby is. But you can also detach that part, and you can just use this hip seat either in the front or on your hip. Put your baby there so you have an extra arm, or if your arm is really tired of holding him, this like is a lifesaver. Also, it has this little pouch here, so you can put anything that you need to in there, baby wipes, hand sanitizer, diapers, money, whatever you want it to. That makes it really convenient. Another thing is we have this little pouch here for the bottle, either a baby bottle or your water bottle, and a pouch here for your phone or your wallet or your keys. And it's like right there. It's so convenient. You don't have to have an extra bag. And the nice thing about this is your baby is free, right? So if you want to be passing him around, or maybe he wants to be standing or sitting, he's not confined in like only this part. So our baby, he's a boy and he's 5 months old, and he's just really curious about everything, and he's like loves to stand. So you can't do that with this part, but you can do that with this part. And then it's just easy to pick them up and put them down. And yeah, so me and my husband both use this all the time. We're swapping it back and forth. Another good thing about it is if the baby was ready to sleep, so like let's say he needs to take his nap but you're on the go, you're like walking around doing sightseeing, we could detach the seat part and my husband could still wear it just as like a fanny pack. And then mommy or daddy can wear this part and it's just soft, and then the baby can just fall asleep right on you as you're walking around. So we will put a link to this in the description below. This particular brand doesn't matter. There's a ton of different brands. So whatever works for you, whatever price range, but just the fact that it has this plus this hip seat, they're detachable. Definitely get something like this. This is perfect for traveling. Okay, let's talk about entertainment for the baby. So things like a rattle, this is really helpful, especially during travel, in the car or in the plane. We have this little lovey that we always usually plays with all day at home. So this is very light and easy. So if he was in the car seat, we could put him in, or if he's on the plane, you can give it to him. He can just cuddle it or chew on this part. If he's teething, you can get one of those teething rings, chuck that in your hotel room refrigerator and give that to your baby to help soothe them. Pacifier, this is a huge one for us, especially when our baby's in the car seat and he starts getting fussy, just he sucks on it. Of course, depends on how old your baby is. But yeah, pacifiers usually are very good for self-soothing, for soothing the baby. Another thing is an iPad. So we don't encourage our baby to have too much screen time, but when we're traveling and he's stuck in a car seat, you feel bad for him. There's like not much entertainment, and this can get old after a while. So if you have your iPad, you can download movies or cartoons or interactive videos, whatever, and then you can just play this for them. Or whatever works for your baby. Bring your baby's favorite toy. Don't bring too many toys. Again, anything, especially if they're little, anything like napkins, a plastic bag can be entertaining. There was one morning in the hotel, I had my plastic bag that I had all my breast pump items in, and it was empty. And the baby was laying on the bed, and I just gave that to him, and he was just having fun crinkling the plastic bag and like throwing it around. Of course, you don't want your baby to choke on anything, so make sure that you are always supervising them when they're playing with small items or plastic bags. All right, so for baby clothes, obviously pack clothes that's going to be what they need in that environment. So if you're going to a hot place or a cold place, you don't want to be like suddenly like, oh, he's really cold and we forgot to bring socks. So make sure that you pack and be prepared for that. But a helpful tip is Ziploc baggies or little travel pouches. So you can pack like one outfit inside one Ziploc bag. So his socks, his pants, his onesies, a bib. Maybe we're constantly forgetting the baby's bib. Everything goes in one little Ziploc bag. So you can either put that in your backpack while you're traveling, you can put that in the suitcase, so they all stay nice and neat and together. Another helpful thing is if, like, let's say the baby soiled himself and you need to change his clothes, you can just pull out another one and put the dirty clothes in that little Ziploc bag. Another thing you can do, I'm going to put a picture and a link in the description below, is they have these little, like, this diaper plastic bags that you would use to throw away. So you can even use one of those to put the soiled items in there. What else? Let's see. Make sure that you're not bringing clothes and you're gonna need to get more clothes. I always say it might be better to bring more than not having enough. We had way more than we needed, but you're not gonna have a washing machine maybe, or you don't know when you're traveling, maybe it's hot, baby's constantly sweating, so you're having to change him more often than you would if you're at home. So not that you want to bring all your clothes, but just make sure you bring a little bit more than you would at home. All right, baby's toiletries. So we're talking about baby balm, coconut oil, and even soap. So for example, when you go to your hotel, they're going to have soaps and shampoos, but that's not really good for your baby's skin at all. So we like this one. It is organic with shea butter. It's actually a baby eczema bar soap. It smells really, really good. So this is one from home. We just put it in a Ziploc bag and bring it there. Yeah, just so that your baby's skin is nice and moisturized. I also like to use this baby balm. It's organic and it has chamomile and calendula in it. So this is what we usually use instead of like a diaper rash. Just find that it's natural ingredients. It smells really good. Another good thing about this is if he has dry skin, like eczema on his head or anywhere, the plane can be really dry. If you're sleeping in a hotel room and you have air conditioning on, it can get really dry. So this is a good item for your baby. Another thing, like I said, coconut oil. So we prefer to use this as opposed to lotion. It's just 100% natural, extra virgin coconut oil. It's antibacterial. So even for like just cleaning small things on your baby, this could be good. What I mean by that is like maybe the little belly button, instead of using alcohol, rubbing alcohol, we always use coconut oil. It's just a lot gentler on their skin. A couple more items that I would recommend you bring just in case the baby gets sick are these two. So for this one, it'd be good for fever. It's Roman chamomile relaxing essential oil in jojoba oil. So this is already pre-mixed. Usually essential oils, you have to mix them with a carrier oil like coconut oil or almond oil, but this one's already mixed. So I just put a couple drops right on top of his forehead if he's having a fever. It's just supposed to be relaxing and it helps the fever go down a little bit. It's not gonna make it go away, but it'll help it go down. And these are tiny cold tablets. They're homeopathic. It's natural relief for runny nose, congestion, and sneezing due to colds. So check with your healthcare provider and check with the baby's age according to the directions on the back of it. Again, you're not a medical professional, so you'd always want to just read the instructions and make sure that that's something that your baby can actually have. But it's really tiny, super light, or you could bring like baby Tylenol or whatever just in case. Yeah, just a reminder again, make sure that if you have any essential oil that you dilute it or you mix it with another oil. You don't ever put it directly onto the baby's skin because essential oils can be quite strong. This particular brand, you don't need to do that, but definitely double check any essential oils that you are using to help relieve your baby when they're feeling not well. So cleaning, you're gonna want lots of baby wipes, antibacterial wipes, like a hand spray or hand gel antibacterial. Because you're traveling, you're gonna be touching a lot of things. You're gonna be touching your baby, and you're not always gonna be able to wash your hands right away. So you definitely want to keep it as germ-free. So you can wipe down like the seat or the table. If you're in the airplane, you want to wipe down the airplane seat where you're going to be putting your baby. What's another thing? Yeah, just any items that you have. Another thing is when you want to clean your like pump or your haka, you want to have hot water to sanitize it. So if your hotel room doesn't, you can call ahead and find out, is my hotel room going to have a kettle? If they don't, maybe you want to bring your own kettle. Or they also have these little bags that you can put in the microwave. You can put all your items in there, microwave it, and then everything will be sanitized. So you want to make sure that that is available too. I also forgot on our last trip to bring some kind of soap to wash my pump and my haka in. And so I was using like the hotel soap and I just didn't feel very comfortable. So make sure you have like a small little thing of dish detergent, or there's these wipes that they have now, which is specifically for your pump that you can wash it, or sorry, not wash it, you can wipe it down and it's sanitized. So I'll put a link in the description below. So all the items that I talked about here or something similar to them, we're going to link in the description below so that you can find them. Also, if you have any questions, you can write those in the comments, or if any feedback, also you can do that. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and see you in the next one.